What's up? This is Well Connected AZ. You're with Social. I've been making music for about, I'm gonna say like 4 years now. It's pretty steady. I started DJ competitions last year, 2016, or 2017 actually. It was interesting. It was super interesting, to be honest. The format and how they did it and all like the response they got, it was kind of like cool to see, like to be at the top of like 150 people, but then it also like made you question like, legitimately, like how did they lead you down and come up with it? Yeah, so maybe like time slot wise and what I was playing was so different than the rest that I definitely was gonna stand out regardless because of what I was playing compared to the competition, so it was cool.
You won that competition, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I beat like 150 people, 150 rising artists and DJs in Arizona. Favorite genre? And it's so hard. Okay, I probably am gonna have to say dubstep. I'm gonna give it to dubstep because it's been around for so long and people really don't understand how like complicated it is on levels to produce and to make, to have all these different sounds go into it. So I feel like dubstep takes like the most time to like work on and create, to try not to sound like the same every time on every track. So I like really give much love to like dubstep. It's really a good base to get into other genres of music too. So like when you're mixing, basically. Yeah, but dubstep. Can I explain rhythm?
Yeah, because I can't.
Okay. There's no explanation for rhythm. You either you're with it or you're not. Like rhythm is like it's like a half beat off of dubstep. So half beat slower, but it still has like the dubstep sense and like flares and things that you'll hear, but it just has like a very like, it's so hard to do without making the noise, because once you hear the noise, it's
How do you dance the rhythm?
You don't. You headbang. You make your grimiest, dirtiest face, you know, and you just headbang to it and kind of like mob it out. You kind of just like let the beat take you. There's no wrong or right way to dance, by the way. So, you know, whatever, if you're feeling it, go for it. Just try to stay on beat. That's the hardest thing I see people have issues with in the scene, is staying on beat. But just stay on beat, like, and ride it. Ride the rail. That's always a good one. Just grab the rail and headbang, get a neck brace.
Are there any genres you want to experiment with?
Definitely would be some future bass. Future bass is like the new thing I'm really getting into. It's like there's like 2 waves that always hit for a year in our scene of music, and this year it happens to be rhythm and future bass. And rhythm and future bass is kind of like either one of those things you want to try, and future bass just has so much more like R&B passion feel behind it that you can go ahead and use some of your friends that you know who have great vocals, or other people at AZ who's got good vocals or good riffs or a different sound, and like really experiment with that. And 2 things, I really feel like we could have better, more venues open up to allowing different types of artists and different types of genres to showcase. It's very like selective in where we get to play and who we get to play for. So maybe I feel with that and promoting ourselves is a really big problem for a lot of AZ artists. They don't seem to want to do any promo with no hard work. They don't want to put their name out there or have their name seen with any other artists. So that's the thing that we have to work together kind of with. And like I saw the AZ2Active hashtag before, and that is probably something I'm gonna get on to and start adding that, because it really shows that you're reaching out to try to put AZ on the map, and like that's what you're doing as a local. You're just trying to work hard to, you know, show what you have and showcase your talent. So why not showcase others who are working for the same goal, see what they're following, they bring to your following, and make something of it. So, ooh, I just got this question. And people are gonna be mad based on these answers when I say, who's my favorite local DJs? Okay, it's going to have to be Sirens in Tucson. That I don't think really anyone knows the force that this kid has, but Sirens in Tucson is amazing. Hardwood also in Tucson, amazing, very good hard trap DJ, have much respect for. And also in the Phoenix scene, I think I like Anime a lot. They're a duo, they're pretty good. They have like their own different sound of house, G house that I really vibe with, and bass house is pretty good. They kind of sound like some people who left from here, like Bijou and Drezzo, but they have some deeper, cooler hip-hop vibes to their sets that I really gel with. But as far as the music scene, I think that a lot of DJs and artists should be working on originality, because a lot of you guys sound very similar, and I can point it out. I'm not gonna say names directly, but a lot of you guys don't have any original sound, no original tracks, no original anything really. You just like are a carbon copy of another DJ who's probably made it from here or probably on the rise, and that's all you're really doing. And it's like, it shows. Just so you know, other artists who are original recognize that. Real recognize real, and you don't match up. So.
Is that why you made your own single?
Yeah. And that's why I kind of waited a long time on it too, because I was being picky, and I didn't want to sound like anything that was coming out of Arizona, or coming out of down here in Phoenix. So yeah, my EP though is gonna have like almost like 5 different genres on it, just to show like diversity, like skill in different versions. So you know, it's gonna have like 2 dubstep tracks, 2 hard trap tracks, 2 future bass, and then 1 that might even be social, going back to his like rapping ways and spitting over something I made, because like who doesn't want to rap over anything that they created? Like all my favorite artists do that. So I'm gonna release this EP after the summer. Got a few things I gotta work on. It's just self-titled, Social, or Social Experiment might be the one. Don't copy that. My first single is called Hands Up. I spent like 2 months learning how to do the hard trap. I want to say synth is what it is. It's a distorted synth, and when I finally found something I wanted to work with, I just put it together over, you know, a nice little melody that I had brewing in my head for a while that I thought was like almost video game intro style. So I thought it was cool, and yeah, I worked on it for about 2.5 months, and I sat on it for 3 months without wanting to release it, and showing it to other people and other DJs and other artists who I like to get their opinion on it before I put it out, and they finally just kind of pushed me to do it, so I dropped it. You can find me on SoundCloud, Social Experiment, or hashtag social genre on SoundCloud, and then on Instagram and Facebook it's at social genre, and Twitter it's all social genre, and I think the Snapchat is the same too, just social. Oh yeah, well, follow my social media for upcoming shows. I post actively. I'm kind of funny on it too sometimes, so lucky for you.